Hey guys, I'm back with a video about safety fence. A lot of these safety fences that you guys see are made out of that trampoline material or wrought iron, and just really makes the yard feel real crowded. Just wanted to show you guys something different. This is a safety glass fence that you can put across to turn around and do that. Let me turn it around where you can get a good look at it. I'll take you up to see it. So you can, I don't know if you can see it on film, but it's just a tempered glass. Just makes the room feel real open. It's got safety latches on the doors. So you can see here. I'll take it around the other side. So this one would put two doors up. And then it comes down right here, and we went around the brick column with it. And no, it doesn't move or anything like that. There's the latch right there. Pretty hard for a kid to grab a hold of that. So if you guys are looking for something a little bit different, that is one bitchin' safety gate. This is a pool that we take care of. We just had it clean, a little low in water. We just took this over. You can see. So if you're looking to get your pool clean, definitely give us a call. We can definitely make sure that your pool stays real clean. And you can see this thing has a lot of trees up here. So look how clean the pool is. So if you want your pool that clean, definitely give us a call. Look at the fence. That fence is beautiful. If you need your fence stained too, we definitely do that as well. Alright, we'll see you on the next one. Alright guys, coming up next we're going to show a pool inspection right here and show you how to inspect a pool. We got my guy right here, Owen. He's learning along with me, so you're going to come along with him and learn how to inspect a pool and see if your pool's up to shape. Hey, good morning guys. We're out here. We're going to do a pool inspection. We got Owen, my guy Owen here with us. Whoa. Woo. Well, that is sunny. He's going to be operating the camera today and follow me around and show how we do an inspection. So you guys are going to tag along with Owen, and we're going to inspect this pool right here. It's going to be for a good friend of mine, and guy does all of our labeling on our truck. If you need a pool label or need to label your truck, check out Next Day Signs on Coit and Park behind the Dairy Queen. All right, well, let's take and get after it. I'm going to put you over here to Owen, and off we go. Put that away. So this is the pool we're going to inspect right here. Alright, all you got to do is follow me along. Alright, so first thing we do is we're going to take the cover page. So we use Home Inspector Pro as the product we use. So we're just going to start off with some simple pictures. Try to get the entire pool into frame. Take one to prove that it was us that was here. Alright, then we're going to take some photos. So all the windows should have safety locks. The door should have door alarms. All the gates should have, we don't have a gate over here. Let's see if we have a gate on this side. So as you guys can see, this gate swings in. The city code and all of this area, the gate has to swing out and has to be self-closing. This latch right here has to be 54 inches. So our gate latch is not 54 inches. It does not swing out. So that is going to have to change. All right. So then we have the equipment. Take a photo of that. So the very first thing I noticed here, got a brand new filter. We got a Challenger pump. It's a J&D filter. This is going to be a cartridge filter. Cartridge is probably one of the better filters. However, they did not connect the drain line. This is for the drain line, which would have been for a DE filter before with a backwash, but you have to connect the drain line. It is a city code that has to be connected. Alright, then we're going to see that going back there. So you can see right here, there's a cap here, and we have another capped off pipe right here. So that tells me that they're missing the cleaner pump. So we're definitely going to flag that it doesn't have a cleaner pump. I'll put its label that we were here. We're going to look. So right here should be a safety cover. There should be a safety cover right here. You would hate to be raining or wet and touch this and accidentally slip down. That's 220 volts, so it should be a safety cover. There's an opening right here in this time clock. This time clock spins around. So we're going to put our finger on there, and you should be able to feel the gears. So see how those gears are right there. We should be able to feel these gears that are moving. To set this clock, you just pull this forward and you can set the clock to whatever time you want. This is going to be your on and your off. We're going to turn it off so that you guys can hear me better. This is your freeze guard. We don't have anything to really test that, so it is what it is. Alright, I'm going to let you go ahead on and I'm going to let you try your pinky in there and just see if you can tell that those gears are moving.
Well, I can see them moving for one.
Yeah, you should be able to see them moving, but you can also feel it with your fingers. You feel them turning?
Yes, I can feel the backward turn.
Yeah, that's the one you're looking for,
Yep.
is that very back one.
Indeed. It's turning.
Alright, so the next thing that we're going to be checking on is the GFI. So there's a GFI right here. You'll have to get low to see it. So we want to test it and hit reset. It's not doing either. This is going to be your main. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, she got a little bit of a something going on. So yeah, we're hearing a buzz in there, guys. I heard a little pow. So I don't know what that was all about, but I'm not going to push it right here. This is usually for a grease cup on some of the older valves. You can see here they've had some work done. So we're going to flag that it needs a new manifold, as it's got some repairs there that do not look very good. You can see this has all been siliconed up. We've also got a cloudy lid right there that needs to be changed. There's nothing worse than you got your pool running and you got to take that lid on and off every time just to find out if you got leaves. If you put a clear lid on it, it's worth the $30 or $40 to put a lid on it so that you can see. I'm sorry, it's sunny out here. It's worth putting a clear lid on there so you can see if there's leaves in there. So we definitely want to make sure that happens. Also, a lot of times these things right here will get broke on this chlorinator. I'm not a proponent of chlorinators, but there are a lot of people that use them. Just keep in mind, if it's broke right here, that thing will cut you. Anytime you see these copper lines or boxes around the yard, do not cut that or alter that, because that's copper. It's actually full of water all the way to the pool. That's where the pool light comes in. So you may see these around the spa or around the pool light. The other thing is the biggest thing that we see is people will try to hook into here and put in string lights or outdoor lighting and stuff like that. You do not want to do that. The reason you don't want to do that is if you have a short in here, that's water and electric that's going to go right in the water. So this is copper all the way in the water. So if there's a short in that entire system, so if you're going to do outdoor lighting or you're going to do string light, run a separate breaker with the GFI and run it separately and independent of the pool. Alright, so the next thing we're going to look for, we got a break here in the right there in the expansion joint. We have deco seal that is way past being done. It's just in real bad shape. So this caulking should be done every 2 or 3 years. It's called deco seal, and you want to make sure it doesn't get water down in there. When water gets down in there, it will cause these bricks to move, like this one right here. I'll give you a good example. Right here. See where this brick has moved? And see where this one has chipped and whatnot? So you can see that these bricks are now moving. That's because they haven't taken care of this at all. So we got several loose bricks. Got one broken right there. Next thing we're going to start looking for, I'm going to check out the skimmer. Missing tile. So we definitely have some missing tile in there.
Oh, on the side of the skimmer.
Yeah, we got some really bad plaster. So if you guys see this right here, I don't know if it'll transfer onto the film, but right along the edge right there is really bad. So this is way overdue for new plaster. And if you look here in the floor, you're going to see a ton of little dots. Can you see that at all?
I think it's picking it up a bit.
If you can see that, guys, it's got a lot of pivots. So this would be a pool. It's not a problem with the structure. It's going to be a cosmetic issue, but you do not want to walk in this pool barefooted. It will tear your feet up. This one also has a real bad pool light in it. I don't know if you guys can see that pool light at all. That thing has had, it's rougher than 3 nights in jail. So this hole right here is where you normally plug it in. Also, guys, I don't know if you can see it at all on film. We got a ton of holes right here in the bottom of the pool. That is really bad. So we would not want to put kids or adults in this pool without shoes on, because it's just going to tear your feet up. You're going to cut your feet like a Ginsu knife. That stuff is really sharp. Missing a lid. Yeah, you definitely need a lid here so somebody doesn't break their ankle. Alright, we do have a deck check here. So we got some deck checking going on. So see where this is kind of raised up. It's not that big a deal, but I'd probably grind some of this down, or I would recommend probably cutting this here and just leave this planter, because there's really no reason to have decking right here. It doesn't go all the way around. We do have some bushes growing out of here. I will bring you down here in 1 second to see the bushes. And then we do have a little bit of a little separation in the ground. So whenever you do deco seal, you should be also grouting the skimmer. Let me bring you guys down here where you can see this. So we're going to bring you down in the skimmer. So hold your breath a little bit. So where we're looking here, let's see if I can get it to pick up a little bit. Okay, so that's the brick. All right, you see back in that corner back here? Okay, there we go. See that corner where that white is going up and down? So whenever they do deco seal, they should be doing that. And you can see we got a bush right here that's growing out of this. But back in that corner back there, on both sides, there's grout. So whenever people are doing the deco seal, they should be grouting that as well. That needs to be done every couple of years. That's where you get most of your leaks in the pool, is going to be through that skimmer leak. What happens right here, when you leave the hose in the pool like this, it's going to suck water back up into your house. It's going to eat the faucet, the hot water heater, everything else. When you're adding water to the pool, always set your hose like this and let the water go in. That way it cannot siphon it back into the house. The other thing we've noticed on this one right here, it's required by the city to have an anti-siphon valve. We do not have an anti-siphon valve, so that's a big no-no. And then you can see we did have a safety fence here at one time, and it's missing all the caps and everything else, so we're going to mark it down. Safety fence is missing. All right, I mean we got a lot of plaster worn through right here. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. You can see all these spots up in here where all the plaster is just completely missing. So plaster, white plaster should last you somewhere in the near neighborhood of 5 to 8 years. Mini pebble can last you easy 25, 30 years. I have some here in Plano, Texas that I put in and back in the early 90s. It's over 30 years old now. Still do the pool. We still maintain it today. She still works at Target. And You shouldn't let your bushes grow up that big either. So those are red tip petunias. Not good for the pool. All right, so what did you learn here, Mr.
Well, I was reminded of
Owen?
the copper copper being the pool line for the pool light.
Uh-huh.
And it's full of water. So that was something I was reminded of. Got to see a bit more about damaged plaster, when it needs to be redone, the decking,
Is this probably one of the worst plasters you've seen in a while?
by far.
This one's really bad.
Yeah.
I would agree. This is, if we're going between a 1 and a 10, this is a 0.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I agree.
So keep that in mind that
100%.
this is a bad. It's a nice design. It's a good structure. I think we both agree it's a great structure here, and everything looks pretty good for the bones. But the plaster is definitely in dire need of being replaced. It's 10 years overdue. It's 40 days in jail, 40 rough nights in jail past that. So I think we both agree that it's needing a new plaster job, a new light, and probably the gate over here needs to be fixed, and fix this whole electrical issue. Put a cleaner in it, and I think you got a great pool here. What do you think?
I agree. Some little TLC and this thing's gonna be right.
This is going to be a real nice little yard. So I think the couple that's moving in here, I told you it was my friend with the sign shop, and it's going to be him, his wife, and I think there's a couple of teenage kids. I think they're going to have a great time out here. I think they're going to get this thing set up, and this will be a good little spot to hang their hat here in Plano, Texas.